Hello, sisters and brothers. Eddie Marcus here again. You know, I don't like wasting your time, so when I come to you, I give you something that I consider is very important to me. And since it's so important to me, I think it might be important to you. And so that's why I'm here even at this moment. I'm thinking about we, the people, as spokesman and advocate of all people, advocate of basic human rights for all people. I have to have some way that I can weigh that. And that is in our humanity. I know that there are certain things that I need to survive. And that makes me think that every last one of you got certain things that you need to survive. Some of them are the same things that I need. So we'll have that commonality there. Then there are things that are uniquely me, things that are uniquely you. And it has just as much right to survive, to live, as that which is common amongst us or that is just out there. In other words, who we are is very, very important. And that is something that makes us different, like a fingerprint. It makes us different. Many times it's what we have been given to do when we come onto this earth that makes us special. Special envoy here for humanity to bring to us here that which we need, want, and desire. You know, ever since man has been on earth, man has recognized that there is a God, there is no God that you can see. The real God you can't see. We know that there's a God because of the stuff that exists, and we know we had nothing to do with it. It's here. Something or one has something to do with it. And to that, we have to call God. And our being here also. But we don't see that God. And so we claim, for some strange reason, ownership. And we try to come up with ways where we can control and manipulate people and determine for ourselves when someone is up or when someone is down. And so we reach out, we search for ways and means. And we recognize that there are certain things that are common amongst us, food, clothing, stuff like that. And so we find ways that we can master that, the materials, the resources necessary to cause a manifestation of that. And we discover it and we take it. You know, this land is my land. We take it. And resources that are here by the power of that invisible power, we know everybody needs something of it, so we find some way to take it, to claim it. We claim it and we don't get it easily, then we take it. And then we know that every last one of you requires something of these. And we now own it. And we don't want you touching it or bothering it, even though we stole it from you. You don't know we stole it from you because you don't know what we know. We are smart enough to know that there's a God. We're smart enough to know that there's a power that we can't see. We are smart enough to know that this stuff is from God. But you are dumb enough to think that it's from us because that's what we tell you. We tell you because we control and manipulate you, and we want to keep you that way. That's the message that we have been given. And we follow suit. Just like the little puppy dog. Yes, my friends, this is who we are, and this is what we are. And so in that process, man came up with money and or its equivalent. Someone says barter and stuff like that. It probably was something else before then. But it was a tool that was used to con the rest of the population. So now you got to work to get some of this, what we have given value to, money. And we go out and have you work it for us rather than for yourselves. And now you build it. You make it. And we need it. So we keep coming to work every day. Keep coming to work all hours just so we can make enough money from you. So we can buy what God gave us and we made. And yet we allow you to steal it. That's a message that it tells me that all over the world, this is how men treat one another. It doesn't matter if you're a king or queen. It doesn't matter if you're a pope. It doesn't matter if you're a prime minister, a president, or what, or king, whatever you call you guys when you're on top. It doesn't matter how much of all of that you have. You're still in the same old mix that we're in. And you who got that kind of control, you will learn the lesson. And those of us who submit ourselves in this ignorance, we are learning our lesson every day. So I come here today to tell you that as long as money is the wherewithal that is needed by all, for all, there will always be corruption. There will always be abuse. And the people will always be screwed. You, the people of the world, will always be screwed by those who are running the show. You will always be abused by those who are running the show, because remember, now they are playing God. Because the God that you believe in, we believe in, you can't see. And that's because we have not known how to see God. We are looking for God like I'm looking at you or you're looking at me. And we can't see God that way. We have to look at God in spirit, which means we have to go into truth. We have to go down to the heart of the stuff. We have to be real. And that's when we meet with God. And that God tells us, gives us information that we require. That's why we're searching. Our prayers are not just on our knees. No. All our knees is not good enough. We got to go from our knees. We got to go in there. We got to go into the spiritual realm, using our mind, using our brain. Go into the spiritual realm of life and meet with God. And God gives us information. God answers us. And when we come back, we bring that much of God. At least that's the plan. That's the way it's supposed to work. We bring that much of God back in us. And when we start reflecting what God has shown us, we are presenting God to all of those who don't know God. That's key. That's special. That's what you're here for. And this way, my friends, you might ask, and I'm sure, and I'm hoping that you would ask, how would God have it different than the way we're having it here now, all over the world? It must be something special. We're doing it in all of the world where people habitate. There is a practice, and it produces the same things. It doesn't matter what the leadership is. Them that got and them that don't. Pain and suffering, Lord have mercy. Every last one of them. Because they are men trying to be God, not knowing God. But God picks people. And who does God pick? Those that's searching. You might be doing some of the craziest stuff, but if you're searching for God, you're going to break loose. You're going to break free. And you're going to keep on till you break into that spiritual realm. And I'm not talking about meeting some demon. I'm talking about the God of love. You know, the thing that's wonderful about this is that the message to the human race is, rather than going through that process of trying to get money, recognize the gift that you have been given, the gift that gives you your greatest joy in doing. Thinking about it gives you great joy, but doing it gives you much more joy. And this is why you are on this earth, to engage this particular gift in the process of life. Well, the system is worked up. The system is designed to make sure we can have all our needs met, all of our wants, and all of our desires. So each of us engage ourselves by doing that which gives us our greatest joy. In other words, a career. Everybody is working when it's appropriate. When you're a kid, you can't. You're sick, you can't. But as long, we can't keep you from it. Why? Because it's dependent on you. And you love giving it all you got. And what are you doing? You're creating all the things and many more things. If you created artificial intelligence, it would be a benefit for the human race. It would be no possibility of it scamming you. It would be no possibility. Why? Because it is made by the spirit of love. And it can be no different. But we are given choice. And then the reason we got choice is because you didn't know, we didn't know. But now we are getting the message. We are engaging ourselves in food, clothing, shelter. We suffer for nothing. Everything is in abundance. You go to Target, you go to some of these big department stores, now you see people stacking food, and they will still be doing it unless we get some artificial intelligence taking care of it. Because there are people who might love to do that particular work. And doing that particular work ties them, entitles them as co-owners and all that exists to access it. I'm telling you the truth, how God works. And you don't owe anybody anything. Because what you're doing is giving them all you got. And they're loving it because they're giving it back. You're not worried about what somebody's going to try to do to you. What can somebody do to you? And they are walking around in ignorance. They creating people prisons, trying to get more police, people killing.